I'm Larry Farver, and let's queer up South Florida and Florida. Florida man fired after viral attack on Starbucks pride flag. A Florida funeral home worker has been fired and arrested after he tore down a pride flag at a St. Petersburg Starbucks. Tucker Alden Kemp, 31, confronted the store manager last month, insisting the pride flag be replaced with an American flag because the rainbow was, quote, offensive to him, end quote. When the manager refused, the arrest affidavit says, quote, Kemp decided to take matters into his own hands, end quote. The Smoking Gun reports that he threw tea at the flag, ripped it from the wall, and tossed it in the trash, causing an estimated $210 in damage. Kemp was arrested on a charge of criminal mischief. He was subsequently dismissed from Dignity Memorial, where he'd worked for more than a decade. Well, what can we say? He is who he is. I'm sure he's not welcome back. But I give Starbucks a lot of credit for having the flag up still in these days where we're hearing about flags being taken down, or there's political pressure to do so with otherwise fear of retaliation.
That's right.
So we have to applaud, I think, Starbucks and other businesses that hold the ground.
It's still in their policy. I was reading that police report as it was up on the screen, just a little fine print, and it says that the manager, because it's closer to us, the magic. It says that the manager stated that it's Starbucks policy to have the pride flag up, and that it was not to be replaced by another flag because it's simply just policy. So the fact that that is still in place is nice to hear. I've actually been to that Starbucks in St. Pete before.
Oh, no, I hear you. I won't applaud Starbucks due to the sheer number of labor violations they're dealing with and how they're asking us to actually avoid Starbucks during their strike.
Are they on strike right now?
Yeah, they don't have a contract at the moment, and they're asking until a contract's done. So that's my one pushback on that. But on him,
in relation to this story, how are you feeling?
Well, that's where I'm. Don't worry, I'm getting.
Oh, okay, I was going to say
on this well, it is the union accused them of not treating queer staff very well. So they use our flag, but do they really care about us? But on this, it's an issue of
it's another conversation.
I think that people deserve, to be treated with dignity, and obviously what he did is inappropriate. I'm all for, finding out where he lives and protesting in front of his house at 2 a.m.
His address was on there.
Well, you can put, but I do worry when an employer just gets to fire someone before they're even convicted of something, of an act outside their work. I always worry about that.
From an HR
that's understandable,
though. Being in HR for over 20 years, you have to look at the fact that the manager apparently was there, witnessed it. So sometimes, that could be considered it is a hostile act, but not just because it was, an inanimate object that most of us hold dearly, to our hearts, but, what else is this person capable of? And
it was property damage, they said. So it was $210.
And
probably
you look at
the pride flag I've ever heard.
Well, I don't know where they got it.
And you look at the industries. I mean, while he was not in his place of business, a funeral home where you expect to go and be treated with dignity, which I think was the name of the place.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to sort of wonder what he might be capable of in the future, being in the role that he's in. So,
And the deeper conversation is, what was his name? Tucker? Is that his name? He was, Why is the pride flag so triggering to you? Let's dig a little deeper.
And the lighter side of things, usually when a story starts with Florida man does.
That's right.
It can go a lot. That's deeper than that.
That's right. That's a whole other. that's a whole other show. To be fair,
Florida man.
Yeah, we could do 45 minutes on that. There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.